What's up, y'all? It's Friday, September 12th, and you are tuned into a special edition of The Week in Stashed.
Club being on some chill shit.
About a week ago.
I'm so fancy.
Hit it with a left, hit it with a right.
They know better. They know better.
Came straight from the bottom to the top of my life.
Hold up, we them boys. We them
Getting fit to turn up, bro. Pull it on up till I can't even think no more.
Listen at the bendo. A nigga jury real metal like
Really about the money or no? Can you really take dick or no?
just got rich. Took a broke nigga bitch. I can make a broke bitch rich.
Instead of giving you the weekly roundup of everything on the Week in Stash, we decided to give you a very special edition of the episode this week. This week we will take a look at the biggest songs of the summer with a very special crew of people that, you know, you can trust with anything that you check out nowadays on the internet. First, we got my man Mikey Fresh from Vibe.com and Misinfo.tv. We got my man Lowkey from YouHeardThatNew.com. We got Tracy G, one of the co-hosts of Sway in the Morning on Shade 45. We got Marisa Mendez from InFlexWeTrust.com and LifeIsTremendous.com. I got it? All right, sweet. And we got my man Rob Markman from MTVNews.com. Also, we got my man Deputy Editor Christian Lavery and staff writer Nate Santos of TheStash.com. All right, people. It's middle of September and the summer's over, so that means it's time to debate what is the song of the summer now. Just because a song didn't come out from June to August doesn't mean it's not a song of the summer to me. I mean, you got songs like Loyal or Nah, Man of the Year, a couple of summer feel records that just rang off more than usual throughout the summer months. So the first thing I would like to talk about is
These hoes ain't loyal. Oh, no. These hoes ain't loyal.
even though it came out in the beginning of the year, it still ran throughout the entire year. It still ran especially throughout the warm weather months. So Chris Brown, Loyal with Lil Wayne, Tyga, French Montana,
Too short.
Too Short. Right. Damn.
I don't know what to say though. It really is. I think especially too with Greasy getting out in June and finally being able to kind of be here for that record and enjoy what it's done.
Do you think it kind of helped that he was locked up as it started to blow up?
Honestly, I think it did because it had people looking at it a little bit more like, wow, this record is kind of hot and crap, Chris Brown is locked up. So it just kind of, I think it started the conversations more, and it was a good record, so it just helped it go.
I think it was just a great song. It was perfect for warm weather. Maybe in Cali, it would work in January.
Because it was warm all the time.
Right.
If you were at, with New York, and so if you was at Hot 97 Summer Jam, they performed that record 3 times. 7th Streeter performed it, Trey Songz performed it, and Weezy performed that at the end. It was like Candyman. It was like saying Chris Brown's name 3 times. The next day after Summer Jam,
and they got a reaction to every single time.
It was so palpable, relatable. You even had a freaking pastor. I forgot which man of the Lord was like, these hoes ain't loyal. And I was like, come on, man.
So that works out.
Yeah, so once it moves beyond radio, now when it's just a part of normal conversation, when it's hashtagged all the time, like, you have something that is going to last beyond the summer months.
Nice.
Well, anytime a song becomes a meme, it's certified pop culture. It's on Twitter. It's on IG. Like anytime they can, you can make your own hashtags with lyrics, different lyrics. Like Weezy's "I Wasn't Born Last Night." That shit was like. Anytime you hear that come on the song, it's like it's about to go.
Blow. I know we've been to a few parties when we first realized, okay, this song is gonna ring off for a couple of months. What do you think about it?
It's a no-brainer pretty much. It's a great record. It helped that Chris wasn't around. It would have helped if not. I don't know how higher could have got if he was out.
Yeah.
If he was out, if he could have promoted that and performed that could have went.
I don't know how much it would have been if he was at the BT Award or if it was Summer Jam or like.
But him being in jail kind of makes you want to root for the underdog a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're like, all right, he's locked up, he can't promote it, so let's ride with him until he gets out. Yo, as long as people are cheating, the song is gonna be hot. As long as people are cheating, the song is gonna be hot. Exactly.
Speaking of which, moving on. Speaking of Loyal and Ty Dolla $ign, who wrote Loyal, he had another big summer song as well with Or Nah, and it got even more you know, movement behind it with the remix with Wiz Khalifa and The Weeknd.
Wiz was on the original too.
Oh, my fault. Get it right. Get it right. So what it got? All right, so let's talk about
show me is you really about your money, girl, and don't play with a boss, girl, take it all.
It's not your typical summer record because it's not so much, you know, about jumping and dancing and all that good stuff. It's a very slowed down melodic tune. Let's talk about it.
I think the social status of it, or the social media status of it, really important. The
Just
song
like
is
Loyal.
cool. The song is cool. It's like, it's, you know, whatever. But that or not hashtag on Instagram.
It's another catchphrase inducing joint.
Like that's what really put it up to like the standards of like Song of the Summer or like this is like the song.
Definitely.
It wasn't the greatest song ever. Like,
No.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but like
I love that record.
the jokes and like the recurring themes of it on social media
just like
made it fun.
attach like or not onto anything.
It's
like,
everybody.
like
And he
any
didn't
sentence you
invent
said,
the
you just
wheel,
be like or
like
not.
it
And it's like,
existed already.
Yeah, I feel
Now
like it
it's out
existed
there.
first.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, it was a Twitter phrase. It came from Black Twitter and all that stuff. But he put it to the next level where now it's like you kind of associate that with him, but you really can't.
But the fact that like kids are saying it, adults are saying it,
Yeah.
and it went from Black Twitter to white Twitter, like every
They don't
Twitter
know
accepted it. Yeah,
But nobody knows like who the author of that is.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
it doesn't
right.
matter what new community it goes into. Like if you can't figure out the stem of it,
I'm
then
gonna
it's
figure out
not
the stem of it
yours.
right here. It originates from SK,
Yes.
the musical. The logical evolution of now, right?
Could have been all now, right?
That's just facts. But I think it's a great song, man. It's hard to talk about that song after you talked about
Yeah.
Chris Brown. It's like,
No, it's not. It's just
sun.
great. This is awesome.
It's a good song.
It's a really great
It's
song.
not Song of the Summer. It's a good song.
But also that record had a strong remix. It had The Weeknd, Wiz, and all them. That, like the remix was
Drake was
strong.
supposed to be on the
You know what I think hurt
heard
though?
that.
He Ty took a long time to put out the actual official remix.
I think,
The
like,
Weeknd
right,
was
right.
floating around
Yeah,
for
Drake
a
was
long
supposed to be
time.
on it.
Yeah, Drake was supposed to be on, and then
He never sent the verse.
But speaking of Drake, and I'm glad you brought him up, it leads me right into my next song of the summer, or contender for song of the summer.
Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth, nigga. My actions being louder than my words, nigga. How you sold, I been still sold down to earth, nigga. Niggas won't do it, we can do it on their turf, nigga. Oh Lord.
Got a million
real quick.
remixes. and
Yeah.
Got a million catchphrases, and you know, it wasn't on the album. It wasn't really. It was just kind of a freebie. It was a freebie, and it came out, I think, the night of Summer Jam. And it was one of those records that everyone was talking about Summer Jam, and then as soon as that record dropped, it's like everybody stopped and went to go listen to that record, and it just continued to build momentum.
We was in LA listening to that shit.
We was in Bermuda.
Yeah,
I was in Bermuda listening to
yeah.
that.
Almost
Yeah.
done.
Like,
Almost
there's some-
done.
Yeah, we didn't make
well, I was
it.
at Summer Jam.
Well,
You know what I mean?
It was on the beach.
These are witnesses to a robbery. So.
They didn't call you off the court for that? Nothing? No?
I was definitely tackled in that situation.
Jeez.
But you know what I love about 0 to 100, because we talk about all these songs, and obviously the more rhythmic a song is, especially is right for summertime. 0 to 100 is a rap song.
Yeah.
Like even by Drake standards.
Yeah.
Like it's just bars.
There's no hook.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a hook.
There's no
but-
singing in
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? There's no melody, and I don't think we had that in a while. So I'm always going to champion something where somebody just got bars.
I think what's is beautiful about 0 to 100 is like just with Loyal, like when you first hear that first chord, it's automatic, you know what it is. Like a lot of songs you have to wait, like, oh, this is my shit. Like when you hear 0 to 100, it's like that.
I think what helps it is that there's no build up to it.
No.
It's like
It's a straight hit.
It's just bars.
It's all bars, yeah. Like what Rob was saying, it's a true rap song. It's like a New York rap song. Like that beat is mad Wu-Tang-ish. It's definitely like that.
And it brings it back to the point that we made with Loyal and or nah. 0 to 100, great hashtag, all that stuff. Real
That's a prerequisite for being in the space.
No, and you know,
Let's talk about it for a little bit. I mean, because it feels like, you know, Twitter and just social media has been able to create a lot of hits just on the fact that you can be able to hashtag.
If it lives online, like we're not talking about blogs, we're not talking about, you know, websites, whatever. If it lives like on Twitter and Instagram, stuff that we check every day, if that's something the first thing you see, it's like it owns it.
And it's not, and I don't say that to say like, you know, people are following Twitter trends to make songs.
No.
But if your song can become a Twitter twin,
Yeah.
that's
We also gotta remember that. Say that 3 times fast though.
Twitter trend.
Well, Drake is the king of that. Drake knows when he has something catchy, a line that's gonna catch will be a hashtag or something that's gonna.
I think he's real cognizant of what social media, how social media receives his lines, his titles.
He's
his
from
song,
that era
yeah.
of coming up on.
I think a lot of artists are now being very cognizant.
Yeah.
Like we gotta make these song titles that are catchy and that are very like.
But a lot of artists are doing it in a deliberate manner that's corny.
Oh yeah.
Where on their like
no
the song
selfies.
artwork, they already have the hashtag on
Use
it.
this. Like.
Yeah, I'm like, actually, or not.
Or not. Another record that was kind of a slow contender, but like as the summer built up, you know, it became one of the biggest records of the summer. Was
I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart lips. And that if it need make my hip limp. I'm going fishing with these little bitty strip dips. And my bankroll kind of big dip. Woo. She gon' bring it on a big ship.
That's a underdog.
That's a
sleeper. That's a
underdog.
sleeper. That's a
That
sleeper.
was a record. I'll tell you this much. That's a record that when it first came out, it was like, it's cool.
Right, you didn't
It's
realize.
cool. And then like as like it kept hearing it in more parties and in more events and just, you know, just as soon as that first busting out the bend though.
I'll say this, like I've never been an advocate of Young Thug at all.
Right.
I didn't get it. I don't care.
That song made me a fan. I'm not even
gonna front. Like that's the first time I understood every word, and his bars were actually exceptional. I'm like, yo, this is not the Young Thug that I hate. Like this kid can really go, and like T.I.'s not like he's kind of like missing from the song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the chorus, like I'll be good with T.I. on the chorus and Young Thug spitting verses, and the beat is stupid, just like you said, like busting out the bit, like even at Henny Palooza,
he wrote that beat like a motherfucker. Like
you hear that song, like even from like a little that little melody, it's like you know, like this is one of those.
Yeah,
records.
and you could tell that Young Thug was highly aware that T.I. was giving him the opportunity of a fucking lifetime. And Young Thug has probably like the best ad-libs of 2014.
Oh, of course.
Because that is what, like those little accessories.
He's a character.
Yeah.
The thing that's really great about Young Thug is his voice is musical.
Right. Yeah.
So his voice is like an instrument.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for me. A whole Young Thug song feels like all over the place, but guest verses and guest spots, it's like a great guitar solo on a rock song.
Right. He's a conductor.
It's amazing. So he had his pocket.
I could honestly go and say that verse could be a contender of like guest verse of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Migos had a big summer as well. They had 2 huge records with Handsome and Wealthy and
If you know me, know this ain't my fun sway. Certified everywhere, ain't got a print a resume. Take out.
Especially Fight Night.
Fight Night is so disrespectful too.
Nate, tell us about Fight Night if you can real quick.
Fight Night, man. I don't know. I like how Migos started all these flows and stuff, but now I'm kind of getting
tired of it.
Yeah.
He's getting kind of tired.
You know, is it contender for song of the summer? Yeah. Because like, I don't know, I feel like all these other dudes that are coming out are kind of ancestors of that, you know what I mean? Or direct descendants of that. So they're flourishing in their own right, but I don't know, I want to see something a little new from Migos, so. I don't know, is it the song?
Already?
Is it? I don't know.
Fight Night, I would give Fight Night a contender. Handsome and Wealthy is a late start.
Handsome and Wealthy is
I just caught that, but Fight Night, like we were at Trilectro and I seen like the energy and like just how infectious like people love it. Like it's nothing that you just get it off time.
Right. But does it matter that many of these songs, like people do not know who the artist is? You know how many times I need to be reminded that that's a Migos track?
Yo, me too.
I mean, for a while.
We're talking about summer. We're talking about song. I'm not talking about artists.
Yeah, but I mean, does that take away though if you can't recall who the hell?
I mean, it takes away it's on the song.
If you're that artist.
I think personally that speaks more of a credit to Migos because so many people have bitten their style since they got on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could throw on a record, any random group from Atlanta right now that just has that.
But that's what makes it scary is that your time can pass because it's not about you. Like what makes people really buy a record is if they feel they want an extension of it. They want to fuck with you too.
But that's the job of an artist though. They have to decide. Hopefully someone around them is telling like, okay, like everyone's biting, everyone's taking from you. Now it's your turn to really distinguish yourself from what you've done in the summertime. So now they have to step up to the plate for the fall and winter. Like, okay, can we make different records that don't sound like what you've been doing for the last 4 months?
Like I think